guys, welcome back to Bellaocity Travel, here with Trish, and just want to throw a little Sunday sermon in today. And Sunday sermons are not going to be just on Sunday, because we all need some encouragement all during the week, right? And I'm sitting here on the beach, so this is what I'm doing. So today I want to talk about negative Nancy's. You know, we all have those negative Nancy's in our life, the people that are always negative about everything, right? They always have something to say, and they never are positive, right? So the thing that I've realized is birds of a feather kind of flock together, right? I'm trying to get out of this light. Okay. Birds of a feather kind of flock together. So basically what that means is that misery loves company. Those are all idioms, right? It's funny because, you know, I teach English, so I'm always like teaching my students idioms. And it's like, you know, when I was younger and, you know, my grandmother or, you know, the older people would say something and they would say things like, the grass is not always greener on the other side, or it's raining cats and dogs or something like that. You know, I'm like, well, what is that? There's not cats and dogs coming out of the sky. So, yeah, I just remember that because today I was talking about idioms today to one of my students, my Chinese students, I think. But, yeah, if you guys don't know, that's, you know, something that I do while I'm traveling is I'm an English teacher, and I teach to students to about 64 different countries. So I know that's kind of off the subject. But anyway, so we're going to talk about negative Nancy's. And, oh, I kept hearing somebody throwing rocks. This guy is sitting back there throwing rocks, throwing pebbles. But, yeah, so negative Nancy's are people that are just negative all the time. And it doesn't mean that it's a male or a female. It's just a negative person. And we all have those people that never have anything positive to say about anybody, right? And sometimes this can be a real downer, because at the end of the day, we all want to be in like a positive atmosphere. Oh my God, guys, I want you to see this. It's changed colors since I've been sitting here. Look at that. Okay, I just have to show that. I mean, that is amazing. But yeah, so negative Nancy's, they come in all shapes, forms, and sizes, right? From all over the world. You know, you could, I don't know, you could buy a house or buy a car, and, you know, then you're going to have somebody that says, well, you know, that's a lot of payments. You know, what if something happens and, you know, you can't make your payments, or, you know, you start a new relationship and, you know, you always got that person to say, well, you better watch him, because you know that, you know, everything that glitter ain't gold. You know, that's another one of those idioms. But, you know, those are things that we hear all the time. And sometimes it's just not always that the person is saying something negative about you. Sometimes it's just that the person is just a negative person, and they only call you when something is going bad, right? Do you ever have that person that you don't hear from them for weeks, you don't hear from this person, and then all of a sudden when they call you, they got a sob story. It's like, well, you know, this happened and that happened. I'm like, well, damn, can you call me and tell me something positive sometimes, not always put a damn damper on my day, right? So the way to deal with this, you know, sometimes, you know, they say you kill them with kindness, but you know, you just have to be direct. Sometimes you really have to remove those people from your life, right? You know, I've had, you know, a few friends years ago that, you know, as long as things were going great, I never heard anything from them, right? You know, relationships were good, things with work were good, everything was amazing. But as soon as things started to go wrong, then I was the person they picked up the phone to call. And it's sad to say, because I knew that whenever she was calling me, I knew that something was wrong. Either somebody had died or something bad had happened. Usually it was relationship problems, you know. So, we have those type of people, but sometimes you got to kind of step away from those people because, a person's negative energy, it can, get stuck on you, right? It can get stuck on you. Don't pay attention to my nail. I'm always breaking the same nail, and I just fixed it. But yeah, it can just like magnify on you and stick on you. And I've had that to happen, just trying to be loyal and trying to be friends with people, and I was loyal and friends with this person for probably 20 years, I want to say. But, it was just always something. And, to this day, I still love her, but I know that I have to kind of feed her with a long handle spoon and deal with her in small doses, right? Small doses. But yeah, so, and sometimes it is family members. Sometimes they're family members that always have something negative to say. I got some of those too, right? And you have to, your environment is everything. You know what I'm saying? Your environment is everything. Your environment can make or break you. And this can be proven time and time again. So sometimes in order to grow, in order to prosper, in order to get to a place where you feel mentally secure and you feel happy, you have to withdraw from those situations and withdraw from those people. And sometimes you have to leave people behind, and it's sad. It's sad, but it's so. It's one of those idioms. All right. So yeah, that's what, I think we've all had to kind of leave people behind sometimes. I'm trying to get out of this light. Okay. Or we've had to remove ourselves from situations that were not always a positive light for us, right? So yeah, even, on the work in the workplace, we have those negative people in the workplace. I mean, you could get an award, you could do the best job in the world, but this person is always going to have something negative to say. Well, they only gave you that award because, they were talking and they said they had to give it to somebody, I don't know. It's always something. But yeah, just remember that friends and family, sometimes they put us in a position that's always not a positive one, right? And a lot of times they always have things to say to us. And sometimes they may think that they're encouraging us, but for the most part, it's not even that they're encouraging us. It's just that sometimes they don't have anything positive to say, so they have to say something negative, right? So, just always remember that put yourself first, right? You are what matter. And like I always say, no one is going to love you like you love yourself. And if you have to withdraw from, negative situations when it comes to that person who always has something negative to say, or that family member that's always negative, then that's what you have to do, right? Because at the end of the day, people gonna always have something to say about you, whether you're doing good or whether you're doing bad. No matter what positive things you do, people are always gonna have something negative to say, right? That's just human nature. And over the years, I had to learn that, everybody is not gonna like you, everybody is not gonna love you, okay? And you have to realize that you can't make everybody happy, right? And like I always, say, certain situations you can't control. And so you do have to remove yourself from, those negative people, right? And it's so funny because I wrote a article a while back about Negative Nancy. So I don't know if any of you have Newsbreak, but I am on Newsbreak and I've written some articles there, and one was called Negative Nancy, and it just kind of tells you how to remove yourself from Negative Nancy's path. But yeah, so I'm on Newsbreak, and I think it's under, my name is Bella Rose, I think. Yeah, Bella Rose, I think, under Newsbreak. So if you guys want to check some of my articles out, you can do that. I've had, I do some writing, and I do some freelance writing sometimes, and of course I have an ebook out. So you guys please support my ebook, because it is not just for men, it's not just for women. It's something that I've been working on for the last few years, and it's almost like a power struggle book. It just talks about how to get to a place in your life where you feel comfortable with yourself, you feel comfortable with your decisions, how to remove yourself, out of certain positions, and to try to feel at peace and to have serenity. Because, we're always working and grinding and taking care of our family and taking care of each other. And a lot of times we fail to take care of ourselves, right? We fail to take care of ourselves. And if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of the people around you, right? So my ebook is about that. And it's in the description if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, just remember, get rid of them negative Nancys, okay? Those people that always got something bad to say about you. Those people that are always trying to bring you down. Those people that never see the good in the things that you do, in your life. I just remember, even when I decided, of course, my whole family thought I was crazy, thought I had lost my everlasting mind when I decided to move abroad, right? It's getting dark, so you guys can't really see me. Okay, I'll try to hold it up like this. But then there were always these other people that had negative things to say. Well, you got to be careful, because, it's dangerous over there. And a lot of these people had never stepped foot out of the U.S., never even touched a passport, never even smelt a passport. And I'm like, dangerous where? It's dangerous overseas. You don't know those people. And I'm like, look, I don't know these people over here. The people over here in the U.S. are more dangerous. They have guns. They'll attack you on the street. You can't even go to the ATM at night. You got to have your head on a swivel, right? So these are the things that, we have to worry about. And I'm watching this man. He's fishing, and there's a fish jumping out of the water. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if you can see that. It's probably too dark, but he's out here fishing. But yeah, so, people, they just kept telling me, you got to be careful. Yeah, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. But guess what? This has been the best 4 years of my life. I went out on faith. God had my back, and, I manifested, and I'm doing what I love. I'm doing what I enjoy. I'm meeting new people, I'm experiencing new cultures, learning new things about other places, and I'm also learning things about myself that I didn't even know, right? Things that I thought that I couldn't tolerate, I'm tolerating them better. You, trust me, you realize how many patience you have, or how strong your patience are when you start traveling abroad, because things don't happen at a drop of a dime. People are they're on their own clock, because the way of life is slower. But yeah, and if I would have listened to all of those negative Nancys out there, I wouldn't be here, right? Looking at this, right? So yeah, just, like I always say, continue to stay blessed, continue to stay encouraged, and don't let what the negative things that people say hold you back. If you have a dream, if you have a goal, or if it's something that you want to do and you're worried about what other people are going to say, don't worry about it, because the only person that has to answer for that is you, right? I don't know if you guys see in the back, like above my head, those are the planes flying by. But I'm just noticing things, looking into, looking here into the screen. All right, so yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to drop a few lines and, holla at my BT crew, and, just give a few words of encouragement. Sunday sermon, not Sunday, okay? But yeah, don't worry about those negative people in your life. Step out on faith, manifest whatever you want for your life. You may make a plan, and it'll happen, because at the end of the day, all of those negative Nancys, they're going to be sitting back watching, and guess what? They still going to be saying negative things, but you're going to be in the pursuit of happiness. You're going to be doing stuff that, you know, that fulfills your heart and things that you're passionate about. All right. So, again, till next time, I will see you guys later, and thank you for tuning in to Bellaocity Travel. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Sometimes I forget to say all of those. And I'm so sorry about it being dark out here. I mean, everybody knows what I look like, right? So it doesn't really matter about my face too much, but I just wanted to sit out here and talk to you guys. I know I keep showing this, but just amongst nature, amongst this beautiful scenery. All right. Thank you again, and I will hang out with you guys soon.